Good afternoon, Focused Family and Facebook. How are you? So I had a terrible live yesterday. Completely destroyed it. Camera wasn't turned. Completely wiped it. So I did say in the focus page that I'd try again today. So here I am. Take two. So as you see in the heading, I want to talk to you today about there are no bad foods as such. So what I want to get across today is to not demonize foods. So I started by saying, like, if you categorize foods, so good food is nutrient dense, vegetables, lean meat, whole grains, and minimally processed food. And that bad food as such is all the rest of it. So everything that you know as bad or low nutrient dense. So sweets, chips, crackers, lollies, burgers, highly processed foods. Now we all know, or we should know, that these bad foods in high amounts are going to cause some long-term risks of a variety of diseases. So, but the problem is that the companies that produce these foods spend millions of dollars on engineering sounds, tastes, and everything. So when you open up a bag of CCs, or you open up a bottle of Coke and you hear that psst noise or the crunch, they've spent millions of dollars trying to get into your brain and to, tip things off. So when you hear that or you see it, you remember that sound, you want to buy it, yeah? Now, they're not really bad. You need to have them. So I don't use the good and bad terminology for a reason. So one of the reasons is one single food doesn't define your diet. So just because you like CCs and Tim Tams and stuff like that doesn't mean that you're a bad person, right? So what truly matters is that you have life, you have balance in your, just hold on a second, sorry. You have balance. I want to talk to you today about, just hold on. You have balance in your diet. So if you don't want to be living a 20-80, so we all know that there's an 80-20 rule, so 80% good, 20% bad, or bad. And you don't want these bad foods like chips, lollies, Tim Tams, chocolate, all that sort of stuff, overcrowding the nutrient-dense food, right? So you want your nutrient-dense lean meats, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, all that sort of stuff in the forefront of your cupboard, with the chocolate and the chips and stuff like that sort of poking their head around the back, but you want to have your nutrient-dense stuff at the front. Okay, so now if you do have that sort of diet, so if you're an 80-20, then that's good. So you're on the way to living a better lifestyle, minimizing your risk of disease and stuff. But if you are not, and you have your ratio is the other way around, so 20-80, then I think you really need to take a step back and have a look at what you're doing in your life and start to really think about ways that you can introduce fruit and veg and nutrient-dense food into every meal that you're going to sit down for. So ways to introduce, so instead of having bacon, eggs, fried with toast, maybe fry up some mushrooms, add a grilled tomato. Anything's going to help, man. Anything's going to help. Change your bread from white to whole grain. Everything's going to help. Add a little bit more salad. Instead of ham, cheese, tomato, add a little bit of lettuce. Just start adding stuff in. Try and get some more nutritious food on your plate. Now, the other thing too is when we're demonizing food and we're trying to reach goals of fat loss or whatever, which is everyone's main goal really, and the people I try and help, that's their main goal. When you demonize food and you take things away from people, it starts to appeal to them more because you're restricting them, right? So I like to abstain. So on foods that I overeat, and I know I overeat, so I'll just get rid of them completely because it's just what I do. It helps me. I achieve it better by not having it around, because I know that if I do have it around, then I'll have one and I'll just keep going. So it's better for me not to have it around. But for the normal run-of-the-mill people, yeah, to have it around and to really try and have it in moderation while you're trying to obtain your goals. So let me just have a look at these notes for a sec. Yeah, so if you have a lot of this stuff around that you find yourself overeating and, you know, it's causing you an issue. Like if you've got serious issues, like if you're sitting down on the couch and smashing a bag of M&Ms because you have no control, and then it's just done and dusted, you don't even think about it, then you need to start assessing. You know, you might need to have kitchen makeovers while you're trying to reach your goal. You know, if you can have a row of chocolate and then quite happily put that row of chocolate away, then that's awesome. You can have that around while you're trying to, and be mindful and keep that around when you're trying to obtain your. But if you sit down and you can't stop once you start on the M&Ms, then you need to get rid of the M&Ms for a while, right? So the all or nothing is not a good approach. So you need to make sure that you have room for stuff while you're trying to reach your goals, but just the key is to be mindful. You can have these things around, but when you have it, really ask yourself why you're having it. Do I really need it? Is it going to serve me a purpose? You know, and be happy when you eat it. Like, don't eat the roll of chocolate and say, oh, I've got to work extra hard tomorrow, or you have an extra row on top of the row and you're like, oh, you feel like such a bad person and you got to work extra hard in the gym tomorrow. It doesn't have to be like that. But when you have that extra row, really enjoy it. Like, get in the moment and really enjoy what you're eating and just get over it. That's it. You know, so you've got to ask yourself how you can enjoy it without going overboard, right? So if someone left a brownie, or someone brings, you know, often someone will come back from the shop with me at work and buy me a packet of lollies or buy me an ice cream or whatever. It's not going to fit into my day, but the next day I count calories when I'm trying to get to my goal. So tomorrow I just cut a few things out of my day to allow that ice cream in that I had last night. It's not a big deal. But when someone brings the ice cream, oh no, I can't have that because I'm being anal and I'm trying to reach goals, just eat it. But be mindful. Know that it's not fitting your goals, but work on it tomorrow. Just work on it tomorrow. It's not a big drama. Don't demonize the food. It's nice. The ice cream is awesome. Just eat it. So the other thing too is if you... coffee is the worst one. Yeah. As long as I don't bring sugar back, then that's all right. You can just drink it how you drink it. It's all good. But it's better than bringing hot chocolate back with like 4 teaspoons of sugar in it. Then I would probably have an issue with drinking that. Yeah, so the other thing too is if you're halfway into a bag of M&Ms or a row of Tim Tams and you catch yourself and you're like, oh, that's not good. What you need to do is stop and ask yourself how you can avoid doing that next time. Catch your triggers. Why am I eating this like this? Is it because I'm mindlessly eating? What is it doing for me? Am I bored? Am I eating to comfort myself? Then you need to look at other avenues, like go and have a cuddle, or, you know, go for a walk. Like, stop yourself from overeating that. Like, grab one, be mindful and go, oh shit, I need to stop now, or otherwise we're going to get ourselves in some shit and we're not going to be happy with ourselves, right? So it's all about being mindful all the time. Now, when we eat, we don't just eat to get to goals. We don't just eat to put on weight. We don't eat to lose weight. We also eat for pleasure, right? So food serves us many purposes, not just, not just to eat towards our goals. So we don't demonize foods. We have them, but we have them in moderation, right? 80-20. Some foods are not nutrient dense, so they're bad foods if you want to call it, but this is the live where I'm not calling them bad food. They're just called low nutrient dense foods. They're not bad, they're just not the best thing you can be putting in your body. But they are a sometime food. Now, they taste amazing, 1. 2, they connect us with family and friends, you know, so you're not going to be a Jew. You're not going to be an idiot, and when someone brings you an ice cream, you're going to flat out refuse. That person that just bought you an ice cream, you're going to flat out say, no, I'm not eating ice cream because it doesn't suit my goals. You're a tool, mate. Just eat the ice cream, be happy, man. Okay, but just work on it tomorrow. Do an extra hill sprint if that's what you want to do, but you can take something away from your diet the next day. Food isn't just fuel, it's love and culture, and it also pleasures us to eat a Tim Tam. It pleasures us to eat ice cream, you know? So don't take it away from your diet. Have it, but be mindful when you eat it, right? Don't just smash it like, you know, ice cream's different because it melts, but if someone brought you a bag of lollies, you don't need to necessarily eat those lollies like then and there. You could have your lunch first, make sure you're 3/4 full with your lunch, and then have the lollies after that. You'll be satisfied anyway because your gut's half full, and you'll be really able to enjoy those lollies, yeah? So when you start to think about food like this and have an appreciation for it and know what it's doing for your body, know that it's not sometimes the best thing you can be putting in your body, but it tastes good, you know? So when it's like this, there's going to be space for Nonna's apple pie with a big piece of custard in your diet somewhere. You know what I mean? And you line yourself up. So if you're going to have a good weekend out with friends, you're going to eat street, just cut back on your eating for the first couple of days, like the first couple of days of your week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're going out Friday night to eat street. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you cut down on a few calories. So you make room, and then when you go out on Saturday, you can have a good time and not stress out. You might go a little bit over, who cares? But at least you're going to have a good time, you're going to eat what you want, and you're not going to feel as guilty because you've been working up to that day. You've worked for that day. Okay, so that's all I've got time for. So that's all I wanted to say. So enjoy your food. Don't demonize food. It's just what you want, when you want, why you want. Ask these questions before you go and smash it. Be mindful. Don't just sit down and smash a bag of Tim Tams or a bag of M&Ms out of the blue, because it's not ideal and it's not serving you any purpose. So think about it, be mindful, eat for pleasure, and also get more and more nutrient dense food into your diet. Introduce fruit and veg. It's very easy to put a grated zucchini, a grated carrot, and a bolognese. You know, just get the veggies in there. The kids won't know, just smash it in there. They'll be eating heaps of veggies. In smoothies as well, you could make a fruit smoothie and chuck a carrot and a stick of celery in there. You wouldn't even know. Trust me. All right, so thanks guys for tuning in today. If you know of someone this could help, like and share, give me some love. And if you'd like to subscribe so when I do lives, you can hit the subscribe button in the corner with the bell. That can also help my viewing reach in the future when I do more of these lives to help people. Also, if you've missed the start, this will go live. The Facebook will upload the video after this, so if you missed the start, you can go back and watch it from the beginning. So yeah, and also if you have any questions or you need any help, comment below and I'll get back to you when I can. So cheers guys, thanks for tuning in, love you all. Hey Muzz, Jamie, and thank you for tuning in back. See you all soon guys, take care.